when we share it also to come into the Zoom room?
Sure, absolutely. And we are live on Facebook now, and I'm going to start recording and we're going to start the show. So if you have other questions from now on, maybe text me, Andrew.
What if I were to suggest that you play a key role in the awakening world? And that you are watching this because you have heard the call. We can start right now by opening our hearts and minds. Welcome to the awakening world.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to a very special edition of The Awakening World. I'm Love Coach Scott Thomas, and I'm honored to be your host for tonight's or this afternoon's show. And I want to welcome all the people in our Zoom room. I want to welcome those of you watching out on Facebook and on Alan Steinfeld's New Realities and all the different broadcast partners. And those of you watching the recording, I know a lot of people watch the replays. And we are now in the midst of 11 days of global unity. You're going to hear from Rick Olphick, the co-founder, a little bit later. We've got amazing guests. We've got musicians like Fantuzzi and Missy Galore, great presenters like Patrick McCullum, and many, many others. And the man who's put all of this together, one of the great hearts, the planet heart, if you will, here is our founding producer of today's event. I'm going to keep saying tonight because I'm used to that. Here's Andrew Kane. You're on, Andrew.
Hi, everybody. Hi, everybody. I'm so excited to be with all of you today. Everybody tuning in around the world. Very excited to have this precious opportunity to do this special live online show to celebrate the 20th anniversary of 11 Days of Global Unity. I am so honored to be part of when it launched in 2004, and I'm also extremely grateful to be partnering with the incredible Scott Thomas and the Global Peace Tribe in the Awakening World. And I highly encourage everyone to join the Global Peace Tribe if you haven't already. Planet Heart, under We the World, has been doing these World Peace annual celebrations in New York City since 3 years after 11 Days started in 2007. And I'm so pleased that everyone who is joining us today live and on video, who I know very well, not only are huge change makers and peace luminaries, but have been longtime supporters and part of our celebrations in 11 days for so long, and each have played an integral and important role to make the world a better place. It's so important for global unity and for all of us to come together. We're all called to do this and make this world a better place and create love, unity, and world peace. And honoring the planet, this is day 3. This is why I wanted to do it, because Planet Heart is not just about honoring the environment, but infusing it with world peace and interconnectedness of all living things. We have so many beautiful people part of us, Jody Sirota and Christine Marie and Gloria Wasson, who are on this today. They were even part of it for the very first one in 2007. And also during the Vigil for Peace and Ecology that happened in Central Park. Also, all these peace events that we've been involved with all around the world, including that, Patrick McCollum and Reverend TK, who is with us today, also been part of us, also part of all these beautiful things happening around the planet to build a better place. Oh my God, it's just wonderful. Shirley Barkley actually was part of our 2012 Earth Day celebration because of grandmother Alicia, as well as Patricia Ann Davis. And I'm just so pleased to have all of them here today. And Missy Galore was part of the launch of 11 Days. So we have an amazing show today. Fan Tuesday's with us. Wow, I don't even know what to say. So thank you for all of us. And just let's be at peace and oneness and togetherness. Thank you.
Thank you, Andrew. And it's my honor to start us off with, and everybody, please remember to mute yourselves. I want to bring up Patricia Ann Davis. Everybody needs to mute, please. Shirley, we're hearing you. That's the thing about live Zooms. So we all have to remember to mute ourselves when we're not speaking, because we want to hear Patricia Ann Davis. She's an Indigenous elder of the Choctaw and Diné Navajo lineage, an international educator on Indigenous spirituality, and a ceremonial facilitator of wellness restoration. She's a very important voice in this wonderful global peace tribe and Unity Earth and so many of the communities that are coming together. And Patricia is a very important part of this. So we were blessed to have you with us, Patricia, to lead an opening prayer and give us your thoughts.
This is a prayer affirmation. Thank you for this invitation, Andrew. We go back to 2013 and the yearly collaborative multicultural events we attended together and those you organized in Manhattan in New York City. And greetings, beloved cohorts, spelled H-E-A-R-T-S, cohorts. We are empathic coalitions linking planet Earth, planet Heart, we, the world, Global Peace Tribe, and the Awakening World on this 20th anniversary of 11 days of global unity. And I extend a warm heart-to-heart hug from my ceremonial fireplace to the hearth of your homes, the symbol of spiritual, humane family love. I extend this to you with this greeting. Ya'at e shik e shidanet analsa. That is, everything that I speak is good, beautiful, and true for all of us, my spiritual family, and all of my relatives. My identity, my spiritual identity, Donna, a Mississippi band of Choctaw Inchle, Tachitni Bashalchin, Chata, Dene, Eda Shachekia Ani, Eda Shanala, Ado Dian Dene, Bier Inchle, Do Nihitle, Ani Ya. Isn't that true that we are all of us, each and every one of us, a precious child of Creator within creation that is synchronistically and synergistically? Everyone is equally. This is the way that we are all living in the natural order law. We call this natural order law an all-encompassing concept of oneness, an all-encompassing concept that we're existing in the love and the perfect love and peace of Creator within creation. We call Hojo. And from the indigenous, ageless oral tradition of knowledge and wisdom, the principles of stewardship, we must relearn the principles of stewardship, that the four sacred elements, our Mother Earth, Nahasan, Hima, Nahasan, Shama, our planetary oceans, lakes, rivers, and the female and the male rain, and the life-giving fire and the radiant sun, the oxygen and the carbon dioxide we exchange in our inspiration. We are embodied within the planetary cosmos universe. We are embodied and we exist within this oneness of Hojo. Indigenous spirituality is the domain of Dene Hojo, natural order law that governs all of us equally. And this natural environment teaches us to live reverently by the principle of, this is the key, reciprocity. This requires us to live in balance and harmony as we experience in our very in-breath and out-breath. Life is not all take and it's not all give. Our very physical body of earth is 12%. Our emotive body is water, and that's 72%. Our temperature, fire, and electrical synapse in our brain and spine is 4% fire. The air, our respiration is 6%. When we say the word environment, it sounds abstract, but I'm giving you the actual truth about our sacred sanctuary, our habitat, our home that we must take care of, and then the environment will also take care of us. Thus, love and peace are synonymous. Hear me when I say, do not listen to our criminal mind that uses our thinking for what it is not for. Listen to our sacred self-intellect. Use our conscience, use our moral reasoning to discern the fact that we are all born a humane being. And let us all realize that peacemaking is our inherent gift to serve in the world. Let us deconstruct the American addiction to greed of never enough and never satisfied that perpetuates violence and suffering. Empathic coalitions are linking systems that advocate for world peace so we can collectively intend and co-create, implement, and thrive in abundance. We can thrive in plenitude with equal distribution of world resources. Let us deconstruct the historical belief that the only way to survive is to gang up on and steal indigenous land and resources. That's playing out today. So we think peace, we talk peace, we must live peace to speak it, the perfect peace and love that originates from Creator's holy breath that we embody in this very sacred place of our spiritual sanctuary within our heart. So we affirm that we live within the circle of peace with our beloved family, relatives, friends. We sing the song of love from every radiant sunbeam. We dance upon the rainbow. We are guided by the holy star people, Sontian. We are the joyful child of all nations. Therefore, Hojo Nahaskli, Hojo Nahaskli, Hojo Nahaskli, Hojo Nahaskli, Ahyaha Shik'e Shadana. Thank you, my spiritual family and my relatives.
Thank you so much wisdom, and yes to reciprocity, yes to that. And if people want to learn more about the wonderful work that Patricia does, go to Native American Concepts. Google Native American Concepts, and you'll be able to find her website. You can learn all about the wonderful work that she's doing, and you can also contact her in this way. And thank you, Patricia, for the wonderful work you're doing in our world.
I wanted to speak the language, but it would have taken 7 minutes instead of 5. So I just went with it because it has a vibration in the resonance. And I just went with the English, and I thank you for this time.
Thank you very, very much. We're only getting a homeopathic dose of each person today. And here is our next wonderful presenter. Someone, I just met this gentleman today, and this is a very beautiful man. I'm going to hopefully pronounce his name properly. This is Isak Biri. and I know he's a good friend of Andrew's. He's also an international leading shamanic teacher, healer, speaker, community activist, and author of 3 Amazon bestselling books. He was born in an Israeli kibbutz, had a fine art career, owned an award-winning boutique ad agency, and then, like so many of us, had a midlife crisis and boom, found himself steeped in the spiritual world. Bridging spiritual and practical wisdom, he's been initiated by many wonderful shamans, and he received the Ambassador for Peace Award from the Universal Peace Foundation and the United Nations. Welcome today to our gathering, and we're eager to hear what you have to share.
Well, it's going to be a great pleasure to be here with all of you. Thank you, Andrew, for inviting me again to be part of it, and thank you all for being, especially Shirley, which is a great friend of mine. So I wanted to, because we have such a short time, is to really talk about a wisdom nugget that my teacher from Brazil, Upupiara, used to say, that we are all shamans, that all humanity is born with a DNA that enable us to dream, to feel, to love, to give a glass of water, to hug, to sing a song, to dance, which is all what we do as healers. Opening our heart and sharing it with other people. And I think one of the things that is lacking in our community is the idea is that shamans are special. They're really people from the other stars. And where regular people don't have the talent and the gifts to share love, to heal other people. And so I think that it's really important for us all to understand that we are all shamans and we all have that commitment to help and heal other people. The word shaman came from the Tungus tribe, and there are many different variations of what it means, but the one that I like is the Tungus one, which means the keeper of the fire. And the keeper of the fire is the person who is in charge of helping the community or making sure that the community have everything that they need, physical, emotional. And so I call for, in order for us all to have peace, is to find a way where we can think about other people as part of our family, as part of our commitment to make other people's life better, to be in life of service. And it's all come from this idea that we are all one and we are all the same, and that we all came from the same Atun Pachakamak, or the great mystery that we are all the same. We are, when we are talking to our enemies or to those are people who we don't like, they are a reflection of us. And if we can hold that idea that we are all shamans, that we all came here to this world to serve other people, our family, our community, ourselves, and the environment, I think we can find a way to get peace. But I also want to say that in our community of peace, sometimes people are afraid to be political. Some people are afraid to take sides. Some people are afraid to bring their opinions to create change. And I would really feel like many of the shamans that I study with in Brazil and Ecuador and Mongolia, that shamans are policymakers, or they keep the morality of rule of law or rule of society. And I think that we have to step into that. The people who are preaching for peace, we have to create an agenda that is supporting human rights, uh, uh, all the rights of justice for indigenous people and for other people in this world, but take side, not give that power to those people who are grabbing it, but creating a movement where we move ourselves forward to the forefront with the value that we are preaching. And that is my piece for today. And I really appreciate you listening. And I think that every effort that we have to bring peace or to bring understanding for indigenous people, for human rights, is a welcome step toward peace.
Oh, thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thanks for being with us. And I want to let people know how they can learn more. His website, which is really fascinating, I kind of got lost looking at it here, is shamanportal.org. Shamanportal.org. And that's where you're going to see everything from a Siberian trying to exercise Putin to Aaron Rodgers' shamanic journey with ayahuasca and a whole lot more. It's really quite a website you've got here. And again, that's shamanportal.org. So thank you for taking a few minutes to be with us, and thank you for the wonderful work you're doing in the world.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
It's nice to do this work with people who are walking with you.
Yes, it is, isn't it? We're very blessed. We're very blessed. We have an amazing community of people that come together. And I'm really looking forward to hearing what this next gentleman has to say. He's also someone that I haven't had the opportunity to meet before. And here we are. We've got a lot of people here. Hello.
Hello.
Hey.
How are you?
Thank you so much for being with us, sir. And
yeah, thank you.
I'm just going to tell people a little bit about you. This is Reverend Dr. T. Kenjutsu Nakagaki. He is a Buddhist priest ordained in the 750-year-old Jodoshinshu tradition of Japanese Buddhism. He was ordained way back in 1980. He's a president and founder of the Haiwa Peace and Reconciliation Foundation of New York, and has too many wonderful accolades for me to read. But one thing that really stood out is that he organized the annual 9/11 Memorial Floating Lanterns ceremony from 2002 to 2011. And I remember that very much. It was very beautiful. So thank you, sir, for being with us. And what would you like to share?
First of all, I just wanted to share the pictures behind, because today we're talking about the Earth Day. Is every day is the Earth Day, and but then sometimes the atomic bomb that we have all over the world. I mean, it's so many the weapons are available now, but then that can really destroy our Earth. So I just wanted to remind you that, first of all, because I'm also a peace ambassador from Hiroshima city, and also peace correspondent from Nagasaki city too. So I just wanted to share to begin with. And so there are many different areas that we can appreciate the Earth that we live, but at the same time, there's a lot of ways that Earth is in danger or threatened by human beings or all the technologies and so forth. So I just wanted to use this as a part of my background today. So I'd like to share with you is Earth is every day, and Earth Day is every day. So that's what we are, Earth people basically. We are living on this Earth, and so that's why as a Earth people we should care each other, and we try to take care of our own home, right, where we live. And so I think it's so in order to do that, we need to have a peace, of course, no wars, and then not destruction of even the Earth people or other Earth lives. Not just the human beings, but all the natures, creatures, animals, birds, all the neighbors, and of course, all kinds of the tree even. And part of the things is the oceans, and all those things are part of it. So my talk today, basically, I just thought I wanted to share how do I, what do you call it, make Earth Day every day practice. And I think it's one thing, make everything routine, then it's easier to continue. So actually, I do have my Earth Day kind of way of routine that I always do every day. So I just wanted to share so that maybe you can start create your own Earth Day every day practice. So I thought that might be a good things to talk. So first of all, of course, when we wake up, the sun's up, right? So like this in the background. So what I do, first of all, I wake up every day, right? Then I just first of all, drink the water. Of course, we talk about how important water is. So I choose the one with the water. This is the ocean water, so I drink the water, just 1 cup of glass of water, just slowly and just remind, and I feel all the water comes in to my body, and that sustain my life. Then after that, I happen to have a little garden, and so I just go out to the garden, small garden, very small. But then I can see the sun. And so every day I see the sun. Of course, if it's a crowded or raining, you can't see, but yet still you know where the sun's going to be. So I just show my respect, or bring hands together and bow to the sun, or actually show the respect and greeting, basically, good morning. And so thank you for this day today that I can live. Then, of course, I said I have a garden, so which is I have little, plants as well, plants around. This is a little garden that I have, the circle garden of the manji, we call it. But I have a little prayer, but then all the surrounded by the grass. So we show respect to the grass, and then when I'm doing that, actually normally cat comes try to get the food. So we prepare. I give some food for the cat, neighbor cat. Actually, it's not my own cat, but so this way I have showing respect, drink the water, and then showing respect to the sun, and then be aware of mindful of all the sun. All the earth life get the benefit, and then I get benefit from them, and I breathe deep so that I feel the air comes in through myself, and so that's how I always every day do the practice as an earth person or earth day every day. So I hope you may try something like that. Then that's what I wanted to share with you, and also I would like to ring the bell to calm down our mind as the ending of my talk. So I hope you can think of yourself, what you can do as a Earth every day, what makes your routine for Earth. Peace to you all, and thank you so much.
Before you go, 2 things I wanted to share while you're still on camera. First of all, I want to let people know how they can learn more about you. And how do you pronounce it? Is Haiwa?
Heiwa, yeah.
Heiwa.
Hey, like a hey, what?
Like, hey, all right.
Like
So,
hey.
if people go to the Heiwa Foundation, I will spell that for everybody watching.
Oh, Heiwa. Heiwa.
Heiwa Foundation.
You can repeat after me if you like. Heiwa, peace. Heiwa, peace. Heiwa means peace. Hei means flat, which means equal. Equality of life. Wa is the more like harmony. And one side is growing rice. The other side is singing. Mouth. So we can sing together more like, and with keeping the harmony.
Beautiful. That's beautiful. And something, I don't know if you're familiar with this, but when you started by showing Hiroshima,
Yes.
this is an opportunity for us just to remind everybody there's a tremendous event about to happen. A 24-hour online vigil put together by our good friends at Hubcast Media. And we're going to have events going on all around the world celebrating the International Day of Peace. And many of our friends are going to be in Hiroshima. Kristen Hoffman, Kato and Antoinette, Omashar, Kwajo, are all going to be live in Hiroshima doing an event from there, which we're really excited about.
Oh, that's nice.
And then we've got
actually next year is the 80th anniversary of the Hiroshima.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
So I'm planning to have probably a group of people going to Hiroshima possibly, or Nagasaki, and Nagasaki, and physically there to be, witness that particular places.
Yeah, well, thank you for the work you're doing.
Again, thank you for the opportunity and nice talking to you.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. Just to complete for a moment, definitely make sure you check this out. If you go to Unite for Peace, the number 4, Unite, the number 4, peace.live, you can learn all about the amazing people that are going to be participating. Ringo Starr, Leo, Stevie Wonder, Jane Goodall. There's going to be a big event going on in New York City. And then I'm really proud, I'm going to be hosting the online version of the San Francisco event. So definitely join us on September 21st. And thank you again, TK, for letting us know about that. And now it's time for some fun. And I don't think I know anyone who does fun better than Missy Galore. She's fantastic. And so welcome, Missy. As always, you are very colorful. You look fabulous. What do you got for us today?
Oh my gosh. Well, I thank you so much for having me. And this is so exciting. This, 20th, the 20th anniversary here of 11 Days of Global Unity and all this merging of timelines because more and more people are coming in line and finding each other and supporting this beautiful heart mission that we all truly believe that we are one, that life is love, and that we are born of original beauty. And I feel so strongly with what Itzhak was saying. We are, connected in the cosmic plane, and also just as validly here on Earth. And I think that the practice of my spiritual journey has been to hold the presence with my political views and dedication and ever expand my capacity to hold diversity in unity. And in this time when we get so attacked for talking politically, and just a small digression because this just happened to me, because I believe in pro-choice and everybody getting to love who they choose, but even more than that, that we get to express our views and be equal and be of love, so that even when it feels like, we're getting taunted by things, we remember that we are just all of the infinite heart incarnated to live life as art. And recognizing that divine spark that is the very origin of our incarnation is the inspiration for this incantation I'm about to share. It's called the Beauty Song. And I had wrote it for a friend's wedding. And I remember just as this was channeling through, I was crying because with so much pain and suffering going on in the world, it can be challenging to remember that life is love and every breath is a cosmic hug. But we know that that's why I fluff the world with love, because we all deserve this. And so we serve this, the beauty. Born of original beauty, unified by our shared breath, in this constellation of planet heart goodness. So grateful to be with you, dear friends. I love you.
Missy, you're fantastic. And thank you for fluffing the world. She even fluffed Simon on America's Got Talent, and he loved her. Simon loved her. And so that shows the world is ready to be fluffed. And if you want more fluffing from Missy Galore, go to her website. It's missygalore.com. That's easy to remember, missygalore.com. And find all things and get her fluff, her crystal wands, her special little fluffers. She's also got some great music and fun videos there. So definitely go to missygalore.com. And Missy, it's always a joy. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you. I'm so grateful to be here. And if I may also just invite everybody to Bhakti Fest next weekend in Joshua Tree. It's a great way to celebrate 11 days in person together. You can go to the Bhakti Fest website and use my discount code Missy Galore for 10% off. So I am grateful to share with you there. And if I just may humbly say, because, Itzhak really touched on something so special to me, and my music does show up online as, Shamanatrix Missy Galore on streaming platforms. And my journey really was that the music and the creativity and the connection became the rainbow bridge of unification to activate and unify our love vibration. So both the atrix, the Latin feminine going at the end of shaman, but also us infusing the matrix with our love. It's such a heart mission, and to be here with Andrew and Hearts for Peace, and just know that we are united with so many souls, seen and unseen, in this Lovolution together. It just fills me with so much joy, and I'm really grateful to share with you. I love you all so much. Thanks for hosting.
Oh, beautiful. Thank you, Missy. Well, in the beginning, there was Rick Ulfik. It was good. That's my way of introducing our wonderful, really the father of all of this. This is Rick Ulfik. Almost all of you know him, but if you don't, he's the founder of We the World and the We campaign at WeNet, and the co-creator of this 11 Days of Global Unity. And he's worked with everybody from Desmond Tutu to Jane Goodall, Deepak, Marianne, you name it. They all know and love Rick Ulfik. And Rick, thank you for joining us. Thank you for making all this happen. And what would you like to share with the audience today?
Well, thank you. And it's great to see you, Scott, and Missy. Thank you. It's so great to see you. It's been a while. Uh, and looking forward to seeing you maybe live in the flesh sometime um, if you're in New York. But and just thank you to everyone who's coming out, and especially Andrew. Thank you for it. This is like a family reunion here that Andrew has created, and thank you all for coming out for the 20th anniversary of 11 Days of Global Unity. And some of you may remember that Jane Goodall was there at the launch along with Marianne Williamson, and we were at the limelight. How many New Yorkers remember that dance club, the Limelight, right? And we took it over to do the launch of 11 Days, and it was pretty amazing. Some people on this broadcast may know Keishi Chai. Keishi brought 35 of her belly dancers to perform at the launch of 11 Days of Global Unity. It was just incredible, right? Amnesty International was there. We had the Million Voice Choir with Gemma Boulos. Her song "We Rise" was performed in 80 countries, in every time zone. 9 p.m. winding up with the choir in New York with Jane Goodall and Marianne Williamson on the stage with the choir. It was just unbelievable. Even the astronauts acknowledged the launch of 11 Days from the International Space Station. And Jane Goodall had her whole youth group flying their global, their peace doves, their giant peace doves in over 100 cities around the world at the same time. So it was just amazing. And we've been doing 11 Days every year since then. I wanted to mention some of the amazing people who are coming out to celebrate the 11 Days 20th anniversary. So Jane Goodall is back. So, and maybe I'll mention, people can check out the interviews and panels that we've done so far, like with Jane Goodall and Rian Eisler and many others. You just go to 11daysofglobalunity.org. You can register there, and the 11 days, it's 11 is a numeral, so it's 11daysofglobalunity.org, and you can register there. You can see the schedule and check. Yeah, thank you, Scott. But for each of the 11 themes, we have amazing people besides Dr. Jane Goodall and Rian Eisler. Some of the launch partners came back for a reunion of themselves. So that's like Deborah Moldau. She was there at the launch of 11 Days in 2004. So 20 years later, she's getting back together with Diane Williams, Andrew Kane, of course, Paul Slatkus, who's doing the Times Square mega event for the International Day of Peace and the culmination of 11 Days, September 21st in New York City, and it's broadcast around the world. And Keishi Chai celebrated with us. She was one of the launch partners. And then with the 11 summit panels, we have Audrey Kitagawa and Steve Farrell with the Humanities team for Unity. We have Shannon Crossbear and Jamin Shively. Some of you know Jamin for Interdependence. Sue Blythe and the Climate Collaboratory for Environment. Mitzi Clementina for Economic Justice. And for health, amazing. We have Gene Dolgoff. Now, you probably don't know who he is, but he was one of the innovators for holography and everything to do with 3D imaging. And what he's working on now is a way of using high energy to kind of zap cancer cells and avoid all the healthy cells. So this will avoid the need for chemotherapy, which, as everybody knows, affects all the healthy cells as well as, let's say, the cancer cells. So he's got this cutting edge technology, and he's talking about that and the health campaign, which is going to be broadcast on September 15th. September 15th. Then we have children and youth with our dear friend Raheen Fatima, who's 16 years old. She's leading our children and youth campaign for We the World, and she's in Pakistan. And we also have Preston Pressoir, who's a leader in Jane Goodall's Roots and Shoots youth organization, which is in 70 countries. Then we have Sandy Hart and Jumana Risk for women. We have Subrata Banerjee in India, and Tato Habayatsi in Botswana for human rights.
Rick, it's amazing how many incredible people you have, and I think
I know you want to,
yeah,
but I gotta get to the big one that I know that you want to mention is for peace. We have Fumi John Stewart and the Seven Sisters doing an extraordinary gathering of extraordinary women speaking and doing offerings of peace. Tessa Geyer, Gabriel, Nina Meyerhoff, Monica Woolard, Dot Maver, Reverend Becky Suzik. And so it's an incredible gathering, and many of them are actually in will be in Japan at that point too. So this will be a simulcast for the International Day of Peace and the culmination of the 11 Days of Global Unity. Sorry to keep going there.
That's all right. That's all right, Rick. It's just we've got it. We were kind of inserted you in, and
I know.
Delighting to have you with us. And you really are the grandfather of all of this. Thank you. And stick around because we've got a lot of your friends that are going to be on the show.
Yes.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
We love Rick very much. And definitely make sure, if you haven't already, go to 11 Days of Global Unity, sign up, register. It's all free, and get the schedule. And we now have a little more music with a wonderful woman. I just met her. She's delightful. And this is Laurel Eden. Hope I got it right that time. And
hi. Thank you. Hi, thank you, Scott. Go ahead. Sorry, I interrupted you.
No, well, I just want to tell people a little about who you are. She is a singer and songwriter, as you're about to find out, of very uplifting, positive music. She's also a pioneering health coach, and she teaches people over 40, which is most of us, how to heal our metabolism so we can lose weight naturally. Been doing
Thank
this
you.
for over 20 years, coaching people to live happier lives. So we're going to take a look afterwards. We'll take a look at where you can find her songs on Apple Music. I'll put it into the chat box, her website, and I'll also pull it up after her presentation. So,
Thank you.
Laurel, thank you and take it away.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Scott. And of course, thank you, Andrew and Rick, for this beautiful event. I've got my, Andrew, doesn't this look exactly like your Planet Heart logo? It's a beautiful piece of chrysocolla. And I wore my earrings, also my heart-shaped earrings, and all in honor of Planet Heart today. So of course, the mind-body connection, when you hear I'm a singer-songwriter and then also a health coach, you think of me as a healer, right? We heal with music, we uplift people with music, and then also we heal the body. And as we say, inner peace together is world peace. And for inner health, a more loving perspective, less stress, for instance, that will tend to create a healthier local body, our physical body, and also by extension, a healthier extended body, which is Gaia, our earth, because we are one life and one being. So the lyrics for this song have the word for peace in 11 languages. The chorus lyrics are La pace è, which in Italian is peace is, intentionally in the present tense. So we can imagine it and feel it as already being reality, dialing into the frequency, the reality that we are choosing as opposed to what we don't want, right? What we're choosing. And I offer this song as a prayer for Mother Earth and for all of us. Again, one life, one being. Simple lyrics, La pace è, peace be unto you. In the chorus, join in, snap your fingers, clap your hands, and here we go. Shanti, Shanti, Solar, Salam, Shalom, Aleichem, peace be unto you. The pace, peace be unto you. The pace, peace be unto you. Dear Russian, la paix, it is free. We are all the same. Peace be unto you. Let my shame, pieces, peace be unto you. Let my shame, peace be unto you. Piano tutti, piano di Dio. We are all the children of God. The children of God, we're love, we're love, we're all. The truth is, we're one. Peace belongs to you. Hashem. Oh, yeah. Shanti, Shanti. Peace be beyond you. Oh, yes, yes, beyond to you. From Mother Earth and all of us. Amen.
Oh, beautiful. Your energy is fantastic. And I want to let people know how they can learn more about your coaching work. And that's at bodyupcoaching.com. Bodyupcoaching.com. And that's where you can learn all about Laurel, a wonderful whole health weight loss coach. And God bless you for combining those two beautiful things, combining your music with your coaching work. And is there a particular demographic group? I guess over 40 women, men, both?
Both. Yeah, I get people off medicine, and it's all, body mind connection, good healthy thinking, good healthy food, and it works wonders, I would say. Thank you. Did we get a little bit of the background music this time or no? It didn't happen. Oh well. Well, if
We had you, and that's what mattered.
Yeah. Thank you so much, and a pleasure to be here with all of you. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you very much. It's good to have you with us too. And I'm looking for Jody Sirota. We've got so many wonderful people here, and there she is. So here's our next guest, Jody Sirota. I know a lot of Global Peace Drivers are with us. She'll remember she was on one of our shows with Alan Steinfeld. And she is a life-changing metaphysical educator, a channel, a vibrational healer, and a professional artist. Her in-depth intuitive abilities and her remarkable sound healing powers are used to create initiations and activations that instantly can make major shifts in consciousness and healing. We're going to hear from her now and learn a little bit more afterwards. So take it away, Jody.
Thank you. Thank you, Scott, and thank you, Andrew, for having me be part of this. Andrew and I know each other for years and years, and Rick and all of these people. A lot of us are from New York. So I'm just grateful to still be part of all of these things that are going on to bring everybody together. This is a really important time right now. I've had so many people come to me I do Akashic record readings and also healing with the sound coming through me, and also vibrational languages, light languages. But people that I've been talking to are just getting frustrated. They don't know what's going on, if we really came here to be here part of this, how do we maintain the impetus to really continue to go on? And a lot of people are leaving the planet. I guess they can't be here to continue. Maybe they'll help on the other side. So what I do is I work with people with an Akashic record reading. The Akashic records are your soul's, like a library of all the information of everything you've been through all time, space, and dimensions. And we have these, people talk about karma. A lot of times people are like, well, that's just my karma. I just have to deal with it, just be this way. But what I do with my work is about consciousness raising and healing, personal growth, transformation, and creativity. It's a way that the sound came through me many years ago. I'm not a regular singer, but I have a lot of octaves in my voice. And I give information first, and then I work with helping people to clear the filters that they keep coming back in different time frames, different lifetimes, still working through or living the same programs that they've had for eons of time. And a lot of it is about discrimination, which we're dealing with all of this now, in order for us to come into the open heart. A lot of my work also is about opening the gateway to the multidimensional heart. So this is a perfect place for me to be right now with all of you, and with the whole idea of opening our hearts to really remember the truth of who we are and why we came here to be on the planet at this time. This is a fourth time of coming to Earth to work with an ascension, a time of a 26,000-year cycle. And we're here again to awaken as many people as possible so that we can shift anything that has to do with being separated. And separated from ourselves, not remembering the truth of who we are, which some of people were talking about before, that we are part of a grander scheme, but a grander energy that is God, Goddess, all that is, universal energy, but it's basically the energy of love, which is an all-inclusive frequency. It has no conditions. So what I'm going to do in the little bit of time I have here is to work with having everyone just close your eyes for a moment and just breathe into your heart center all the way through, excuse my voice is out, all the way through to the back and the front. And just to sort of awaken your heart center, like recognize it, pay attention. Give that part of your body an awakening. And that energy of love is through every cell in our being. So we're really connecting to every part of ourselves. So I'm going to work with sound. The sounds that come through me are for the purpose of clearing anything from any time, any space, any dimension, multidimensionally, from the earth, in the earth, on the earth, beyond the earth, into the star systems and beyond the beyond. So the sounds help to transmute anything that you're still carrying with you, that your life is still being lived through, that is not really serving the highest good of your whole being and of your remembrance. It's about remembering who you are, remembering that we're part of all of this together. We're here to do this together. And when I ask when I ask my guides, what is this time about? They keep saying that the earth is going through a complete cleansing, and so are all the inhabitants. And it's like nowhere to go that you're not part of this. And when you go through a cleansing, like Laurel might have been talking about this a little bit, when you go through a cleansing, you bring up everything, the things when you go, like say you're just drinking water or eating less or whatever you're doing, it brings up all the things that you have to pay attention to and remind yourself of what you need to keep going with and the things that you really have to let go of. But the things that we carry with us, that even though we need to let them go, are things we've identified with for eons of time. So we've had a lot of separation from our own selves, but at the same time, separation from each other. So I'm going to work with the sound, and then also my light languages that come through help you to remember yourself from the earth plane before karmic patterning began, before humans inhabited the earth. It's like a clean slate to help you to remember yourself as from the earth and also from beyond the earth, multidimensionally, so you remember yourself from all these dimensions. And also the languages help you, I use it for coming back to your own sacredness, but also to remember your gifts. So you have a sense of your gifts and your mission in being here. So take a few deep breaths. We open the space for you to connect more to yourselves directly, deep into the heart and into the heart of all your cells, bringing you into a healthier state of being. Healing, ask for healing. Ask for anything you want that is for bringing yourself back into an alignment of connection with yourself and of everyone on the planet and the planet herself. This is transmuting the old patterning. These languages are bringing you back now into the sacredness of who you are and this time period of being on the planet, being part of the changes that need to be taking place, knowing you're part of this with all that exists on this planet. And all the things that we're dealing with are letting go of what we've identified with separation-wise to bring us into a unified consciousness, moving from fourth dimension of all these polarities into fifth dimension, the open heart, to get to eventually the sixth dimension of holding the open heart completely. Dashan, dashan dakay malaka lachim, lachalila tur yashatokor, marele kiersaniato, speaking to the parts of your consciousness to awaken more. Nasarame kurianane kuraim yahayane goro, zasiakali paliko tali malaki telechal ile shekalo shokolani maratar. Breathe into your heart center, healing the heart, healing the wounds related to the heart center. Om bashalele kule kilo korinti shokoringa malakelesh. To kotekele malaki la lujole kule malakule. To gori ishkoture nekerishona koreata. Take a deep breath. Open your heart center. Imagine the earth in the center of all of us, opening our hearts as if we become part of the earth and the earth becomes part of us. And we're interconnected to everyone on the planet. And for those today who are right here now listening, we're here together making a choice right now to hold an intention for inner and outer peace. Sending you so much love, so much harmony, so much balance. Thank you so much for this opportunity to be part of this with all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Jody. And I'm going to take people to your website where they can learn more about you. And it's easy to remember the name of her website because it's her name, jodysarota.com. So that makes it nice and easy. And Jody, tell us a little bit about your offerings. What's most important for people to know about what you're offering today?
I do Akashic record readings. I do either an hour or an hour and a half, and I go in. I tell them to come with an intention or a few intentions, and my guides kind of put it all together for you to know what it is that you're really working on. And then I also work with the sound to clear whatever is going on in your consciousness from all time, space, and dimensions and lifetimes, and then to awaken yourself more through the light languages. I'm also an artist. I'm in the middle of upgrading my whole website, so I don't have all this stuff together completely yet. But I do a lot of my original thing I came in with is a painter, an artist. So I do a lot of art with intentions so that the color, imagery, texture, and light are affecting you in terms of healing and awakening. I also do ongoing work, like 6 things, like once a week. And so you have more like, it almost becomes therapeutic about coming back into your wholeness. But I also, and I haven't done anything in person yet, so I'm planning on doing more of those kind of events. I used to have a center in New York called Meta Center New York, a multidimensional center for many years. So they doubled my rent in New York. So
All right, well, here's where you can learn all things Jody Sirota. Look at all the things she's got going on. It's a lot. So go to Jody, Jodi, it's an I, not a Y, JODISEROTA.com, JodySirota.com.
thank you so much.
Absolutely. Thank you, Jody, for being with us.
Good to see you again, Scott.
Yeah, good to see you too. Well, we have so many amazing, beautiful guests with us, and we are now going to go to Grandmother Shirley Barclay. This is a wonderful woman with really a fascinating background. She's a certified trainer in psychodrama, which is something that I've actually done a lot of work with, so I'm curious about that. She has been working in group psychotherapy since 1978. She's a life member and fellow of the ASGPP, which means that she's a certified marriage and family therapist. She's a clinical nurse specialist working in psychiatric mental health, and goes on and on and on. Extraordinary background in the Western world. However, there's more. She's also a Wolf Clan mother and a healer for the Cherokee people of Texas, and has followed the Lakota path for over 40 years as both a pipe carrier and sun dancer. So what we see here is that she combines this extraordinary background of Western medicine with mystical and indigenous elder wisdom. So how wonderful to have you with us. And Shirley, what would you like to share during your homeopathic dose that you have for us today?
Well, it's interesting. One of the things I want to do is show people the stem of my pipe. This is the tooth of a buffalo, which was almost wiped out. There were only 3,000 left. They did that because they could not annihilate the Native American people of the North. Forget about annihilation of the people of the South. They weren't going to, and they're still trying to do that. This is the tooth of a buffalo. It has a masculine side, a feminine side, and the heart in the center, which is why it's on this pipe. This is sweetgrass that deals with the past, the present, and the future. There are 13 pieces of grass each one. Those reflect the elders and the past and all the things that have happened, the present and the life that we live, and the future and the potentials that we have. This silver piece here, I think my good friend Itzhak was talking about what is a shaman. I call myself a weird one because I'm partially Swedish as well. And the way of weird was the healer people of the Swedish world. For me, the word shaman is a sacred, holy word. It's not a word for everybody to use, but a lot of people do. And sometimes after 2 weeks of being with a group, they go out and tell people they're shamans, and they are not. That is a very special group. This is a cave painting from France, way deep in the earth, and is 40,000 years old, was copied and gifted to me by a Lakota chief who is the horse master of the Rosebud Reservation. And this is a healer. Here is the rattle, and here's the staff. This pipe and its bowl, this is the north and this is the south, is part of the prophecy of the condor and the eagle. And when I join these together, that is what it is. And I had a lot to do with helping bring about the events that needed to happen when it was time for that, when I was living in Ecuador. In Ecuador is the heart of the world, and that is 0.0 latitude and longitude. What that means is you can have 1 foot and literally 1 foot away, the other foot, and you're in the north and the south and standing at 0.0 in the heart of the earth. Every equinox and solstice ceremonies are held there, and I've been there a lot. This pipe has come out there. I'm an adopted person of the Kogi people from Colombia. I have worked with and been and am part of the Actuar people in the deep Amazon, and that means it's an hour and 20 minutes by plane to even get in there. Even though the Amazon River is close by, it is so rough, all boats are torn apart. So during COVID, I was living in Ecuador. At the time, I was working with 8 to 10 different countries. And so every Saturday, we had a Zoom meeting, literally for 3 years, from those different countries for 4 to 5 hours about what was happening in the countries, what people needed to do, how to do that. And I do interface the everyday world, what I call it, and the indigenous world, which I also call it. But the truth is, we're all indigenous to this planet, and we are all one. My name, and first of all, I'm not just part of the Cherokee people of Texas. I'm on the rolls of the Cherokee people in the Western Band, and most of my family was wiped out during the Trail of Tears when they took away the Eastern Bands. There is an Eastern Band, and that lives in the mountains. I'm also an adopted Lakota because of my father, who was born Cherokee, my grandmother. and I'm a Wolf Clan mother, and that in my family has been 200 years. My name in the Lakota world is Wambli Sakiwia, and it means eagle claw woman. They also sometimes say she who carries the talons and walks with the talons of the eagle, because of the work I do with people in the shadow world and in the everyday world and in the world of coming together through the heart. The word Mitakwewasi means we are all one. And it's not about giving and taking. It's about giving and receiving. That's a very different process. And the work that you do, whatever it might be, is about exchange. We need each other, and we pass on what we've learned and who we are to others. My life is committed to this planet and to all of its people. And I have traveled and taught in 40 different countries over the last 50 years. I'll be 86 in 13 days. And I am busy as a bee. For example, yes, I danced this year and I pierced to the tree and pulled buffalo skull. Then I went to Sweden. Before that, I was one of the presenters at a gathering of women in upstate New York, focused around a major passion of mine, which is bringing back the elders in this everyday world with what they need to know and the rituals that they need to go through to really understand what it means to be an elder and serve life and the people. Also, I was involved in the whole process a week before that in the Redwoods in California around the nurturing of all life and all the environment in all kinds of ways on this planet. Then I went at the end of all that to Sweden for 3 weeks and worked with a group of people there around the interface of the indigenous world and the old goddess ways in an ancient thing that we know is 40,000 years old. To pull on that energy and put it into this pipe and to the work that I do. I've worked with whales for 35 years in Patagonia every single year and taught groups there. And those whales talk to me and I can hear them. So I'm a bit of a weird duck. And I do interface those aspects of the world. And I challenge people all the time. It's a little like this. My partner is a Qigong master. And he talks about that we're all one, like we're a gigantic crystal, multifaceted, 10 billion energy fields, all coming together, and the light shines through, and we touch everyone and everything with everything we do and how we live and what we do, what we think. Now, one of the major people for me, oddly enough, is a guy named Bruce Lee. Some of you won't even know who he is, but he was a martial artist. One of the things that he did was begin to bring martial arts to the West from China. Now, here's the deal. He used to say, be careful what you say. Use your words carefully because they have meaning. You put them out, you can't take them back. So who are you? What are we doing here? And what does this age of Aquarius mean? It's got a lot of consequences. There is a serious change that's happened. For billions of years, we had a feeling body called the astral body that was like this, and we then opened up to the soul and the mental body and the causal body and the soul and blah, blah, blah. With this shift in the energy field and the time of awareness and that we're in now, somebody earlier said it was magic that we're alive now. We are. Think about who you are, because this body, with a shift in the energy field that's speeded up, has done this. It's not little anymore. That means the stuff that used to come down and get through is like a flood. People wonder why things seem to be going so fast? Why everything around them is falling apart, or they're being flooded with possibilities and they don't know what to do, or suddenly they don't have meaning anymore. That's because we have to begin to take consequences and pay attention how we treat each other, what we do. You know, one of the things that I did with my kids when they were little, if they threw a piece of paper outside the car or a ball, we pulled over and they had to clean up the road for a half hour. And I had bags in the car so they could. They got to the point where one of their friends was in the car and started to throw stuff out. They went, "Don't do that. Mom will stop everything. And then we got to clean up the road." Accountability and responsibility and commitment to what it means to serve life and each other, to care about what we do. Where's your heart? Me, I work on Zoom with 2 different groups in Russia because I can't go to Russia at this point. Stupid. So, you know, it's not that I'm opposed to technology, because I'm not. I'm connected into all kinds of places all over the world and do work with that. And 40 years of my life, I hid because they would have taken me and my brothers and we wouldn't have survived. My children, I had to keep, we had to deny or hide who we were. That changed. And by that time, I was already a sun dancer. I was part of the Crow Dog's place. The movement to bring back the indigenous ways openly. I can't tell you how important that time was. I can't, I don't even have words for it. But when I was sun dancing, we had helicopters flying over, and Crow Dog used to send his warriors up to chase away the FBI and the Secret Service, not Secret Service, CIA, and those guys who were taking pictures of us. My children, we became legal when the Native American Religious Freedom Act was passed in 1978. I was up to my eyeballs and passed by that time. And before that, I was confronted by an indigenous woman who was in New York. I was working on doctorate in cultural medical anthropology. I didn't give a flying flip about the degrees anymore, just the knowledge. She asked me why I wasn't working with my people. I said, "If you think you can open that door, I'll bring my stuff." I did. She called me 6 weeks later. "You're right, you're blocked, but when it opens, you're going to get pushed in." And I did. That was back in 1969. So I know what it is to hide. I'm not so well known, and I'm well known. Half the time, I don't even know how in the hell I got there. All I know is known, and I'm well known. Matters. Half the time, I don't even know how in the hell I got there. And I know that I'm probably over time. I love life, and I love people, and I love me. We are all one. I look at you and I see me. I see you.
Mm.
We are one.
Thank you, Grandmother Shirley, for your extraordinary life. What an extraordinary life. And that even at your age, you are still going strong in your dedication. And thank you for reminding us that a person is not necessarily a shaman because they're on social media, right? Right.
It takes 30 years to create.
Absolutely. And
I'm going to meet you. It means I come and meet myself. It takes 33 years to be one of those. I'm a Wolf Clan mother. That's 200 generations in my lineage. You don't just get to be those things. I'm Black Pipe Clan. That means I carry a pipe in a little more relaxed way because my son-in-law was chief of the Black Pipe Way. And when the Lakota people got scared because so many people were starting to dance and wanted to take the pipe away, he opened that pipe up for all the people who were pipe carriers. and told the group, those people carry it better than some of us do. We cannot take it away. I'm part of the White Buffalo Calf Woman plan. And for 9 years, my sister / by pipe and friendship had a white buffalo on her land. And that buffalo was with me and my pipe and all of that. So no, it's an interface. We're all one. Everybody is indigenous. And some of us are indigenous to the work that we do and care so much that we're all leaders. And at the same time, we must connect, because if we don't, isolation is destructive. Connection matters.
Yeah,
We are one.
absolutely. Thank you so much for
I'm
your.
passionate about this.
We love your passion, Shirley. We love your passion. And you can find Shirley on Facebook. It's her name, Shirley Barclay. That's the best way to reach her. You can message her. I just sent you a friend request, so I hope you'll take me in
I
as a.
will make a note that you were on this thing and you want to be a friend, because I get a lot of those. Most of them I don't have time for, but I do look at them.
All right, I will send you a message in just a minute. But you know what, Shirley? We've got one of my best friends is going to play next, and you probably know him. It's the wonderful, magnificent Fantuzzi. And Fantuzzi, you're on camera, if you can hear me. And we need you to unmute. This is our beloved brother. I am sure we have all been dancing to Fantuzzi music for a long, long time. And what a blessing that you're with us today, brother. Where are you geographically right now?
I'm in the city that I was born in, New York, New York.
All right. We got a lot of New York energy today.
Yeah, and I'm having a birthday party tomorrow, so you all gonna have to get on a spaceship or something.
That's right. It's your birthday on September 17th, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, but I'm celebrating it this Saturday, whatever.
I've been in many of your birthday
I
celebrations.
bet you have.
What do you got for us today, buddy?
Well, I'm gonna give you what song was it we were doing? Peace on Earth, because this whole event is about creating that peace, and
Makes sense.
and it all starts at home. You know, it all starts at home. It all starts with how we treat each other, ourselves, our partner, our children, our parents. And so I'm praying for peace in a very happy kind of way, with like celebratory music. Okay? And I'm going to weave in a little bit of an earthy African thing as an intro. Here we go. You ready for it?
Let's go.
Can you hear that all right?
Sounds good.
Aye, 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 mama, aye, Pachamama. This one's for you and all you do. In the spirit of love, my friends, I bring to you this song. A little African rhythm for your hearts and souls to sing and dance and pray along. 'Cause we're one in the spirit. We're one in our soul. Hey man, tell me, can you feel it? I'm sure you can. Let the spirit take control. Ow! Aye, Divine Mother. Aye, 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 Mama. Mother Earth. Aye. Ah! Aye, aye, Mama. I said peace on earth. Oh, peace on earth. In the spirit of love, my brothers. Peace on earth. Dance and pray for it. Peace on earth. Ow! Our children are calling. You know, they call for love and they need love. time passes by, more like a jet than a dove. So let us do what we can to bring peace. Thank you, family and community. We do what we can. Ow, and we let it all be released. We're singing peace on earth. Sing it with me, everybody. Oh, peace on earth. Don't turn on your mics, though. Peace on earth. From your heart to the world. Peace on earth. To the father and the mother. Peace on earth. To your sister and your brother. Peace on earth. I know we can do it. Ow! Peace on earth. It might take a little time, but we got this, baby. Take a little lead, my brother. Bop. And in Spain, where I just came from, they say, paz en la tierra, queremos paz en la tierra. Ay, mami, paz en la tierra. Ay, Dios, paz en la tierra. Now let's help all our leaders. They need the help too, to do what is right. And lead this world, oh Lord, from the darkness to the light. The time is now here, woo, for all war to cease. Got that right. Let us celebrate and bring in world peace, each and every one of us in our own way, and we'll have peace on earth. What you say? Oh, peace on earth. I know you are singing and feeling, praying and dancing for peace, living for peace, working hard for peace. Thank you, family. Peace on earth. Woo! Oh, peace on earth. Sisters and brothers, peace on earth. Peace on earth. When the love for love overcomes the love for power, the world will know peace.
Hey, everybody, I'm going to go to gallery view and let's give Fantuzzi a lot of twinkle. And wishing you a now, Fantuzzi, as you look at your family here who loves you, since it's your birthday and you're about to enter a new cycle around the sun, what's the vision we can all hold for you for this next Fantuzzi cycle around the sun?
Well, it's been over 151 countries and over 50, I don't know, 5 years or something of traveling around the world. I'm coming into a new phase. I've got a little healing center at my place, the Aloha Sanctuary on the Big Island, and I'm looking forward to have people come to me. I've run around the world so much. And I'm setting it up. It's in Manhattan.
And here it is. So to find out all about what is going on with the twos, go to fantuzzimusic.com, catch his tour dates, catch some music, and thank you for all the love and compassion you bring into our world, Fantuzzi. We love you very, very much.
Thank you. Off to a gig. I gotta go now.
All right. Well, we've got somebody amazing. I mean, it's hard to follow Fantuzzi, but this is someone who can do it. And that is the wonderful Patrick McCullum. And I'm sure most of you know Patrick. Fantuzzi, make sure to mute yourself, buddy.
Thank you.
Patrick is extraordinary. They're making a movie about his life. That's how amazing this guy is. He's an international peacemaker, spiritual leader, planetary activist. He's been honored with dozens of awards, and was recently nominated by Dr. Jane Goodall herself as a UN Messenger of Peace. He's currently leading the largest initiative in the world to save the Amazon, and he's helped to unify 80 million indigenous people to protect the planet. He's the executive director of his own foundation for peace, and he's the vice president of Children of the Earth. He is the one and only Patrick McCullum. Welcome, Patrick.
Well, to start with, how do you follow Fantuzzi? You know, he's been a friend for a long time, and I was introduced to him a long time ago, but he's an amazing person. First of all, greetings, everybody, and I'm so honored to be in the presence of all of these amazing luminaries. Pretty much everybody on this screen, with the exception of a couple I've worked with for many years or I'm very aware of. And so the kind of work that you all do, I believe, is critical to the future of our planet, all humanity and our planet. I wanted to take just a second, since people are talking about going to Hiroshima for the International Day of Peace. This was something I very much had planned and wanted to do, but I can't because I leave in 2 days to the Amazon to meet with the elders of 6 countries and unify. This time we hope to unify about 300,000 indigenous people in the Amazon region, and I'll be gone there for a while. So I couldn't go to Hiroshima. But my connection with Hiroshima is very important, and I'd like to share it because it's what made me become a peacemaker. My grandfather was the person picked by the President of the United States to assess the damage at Hiroshima right after they dropped the bomb. So he and his group were the very first allies to step on the shore after the bomb was dropped. And I was told the stories of what he saw and the destruction. And beyond that, for 70 years now, my family had a bowl of the vaporized remains of the people of Hiroshima, including melting parts of buildings and other kinds of things. And ultimately ended up taking some of those ashes and using them to make the varnish for the World Peace Violin, which is something you can take a look at, but to keep the voices and the energy of what happened in that horrible event present in everybody's minds. So I would like to talk for a minute about something that I find really important and I like to share, and that is, as a peacemaker, I'm always trying to sort out, like, what is it that we're all trying to do? Who are we trying to become? What is the model that we're trying to bring about? You know, there are different governments, different ideas and such. And those who know me know 2 things about me. One, that beyond being a peacemaker, I am also a storyteller. I'm actually a professional Irish storyteller. I took about 25 years learning how to tell a story. And I believe that the key to peace is changing the story that we tell ourselves about who we are and why we're here, what it's all about. I believe we currently live in a series of false stories which are repeated over and over and over again, and that those motivate people. But the other thing that I really like, in order to make it easy to share ideas about peace and such with people, I like to use metaphors. So I want to share something that happened to me, and it's a little metaphor, and you'll all get it when I'm done, but it is how I came to understand my particular vision of the world and what it is I'm trying to accomplish. So one day, many, many years ago, it's like 50 years ago, I went to a garage sale, and there was an older woman, and she had all kinds of things, but on one long table, she had all kinds of jigsaw puzzles, boxes of them, like 40 or 50 of them, all laid out. And they were all $2 a piece. But at the end of the table was one puzzle, and it was 10 cents. So I was really confused by that. So I asked the woman, I said, why is the puzzle on the end of the table only 10 cents? And all the rest of them are $2. And she became kind of defensive, and she said, well, it's a 500-piece puzzle, and every single piece is there. I've counted them. But the lid to the puzzle was lost. So no one can know what the picture is. And I realized that that is a metaphor for us and how things are. You know, the divine created a whole series of things going on in the world, but we don't see the whole picture because the lid is missing, the part that that higher power can see. We can't all see. But there was something very important to me about the puzzle that day. I came to realize that every single piece of the puzzle needed to be there for the picture that it would evolve in to become whole and complete and beautiful. And in recognizing that, I recognize that each and every one of us is like a piece of a giant puzzle. Every sentient and non-sentient being plays a role as a piece of a puzzle in the larger evolution that will become the whole of all creation. And if that is true, it means every piece has an equal value. Every piece is uniquely different, so no piece is like the others. I don't know how many of you ever tried to take a puzzle and put it together like that, and you find a piece that almost fits, and you kind of try to hammer it in the hole, but it, won't quite go in there. Most every human's had that experience. Well, that is the experience that we all have in finding our place in the world. We do have a place where we fit. We have kindred pieces that we connect with that then make the puzzle more whole and complete. But we're always searching for that. But more importantly, when I started thinking about the puzzle, it brought me to understand something else. And that is throughout most traditions, we speak of all becoming one. And many governments, religious practices and such, take that another step that, hey, if you just become Catholic, everything's going to be okay. We're all one. Or if you just become a believer in indigenous traditions, we're all going to be one. Or if you just become a Buddhist, we'll all become one. And I came to realize that every one of those systems has failed since the beginning of time because you can't make all the people the same, because each and every one of you are as unique as a snowflake, and there is no one else like you. And each of you bring a piece to the puzzle that no one else can bring. So you're all sacred, deeply sacred, and what you bring to the picture is deeply sacred. So I've started moving to the world telling people that we need to teach our children that kind of a story that every one of us has a part and a place and a piece, as opposed to the stories we have today that, you need to be Russian or you need to be American or you can't go over this border because those aren't your people and all that kind of stuff like that. Those are all false stories. And I want to share one last false story that's the biggest story that we live in, and I learned something from it. I helped put together the 17 sustainable goals for the United Nations, which many of you may be aware of. And those goals lay out what those of us that do peace leadership in the world thought might help to bring peace to the planet. And there are 17 things, and there are things like, we need to improve the economy, that women need to be honored, that we need to honor nature and all that kind of stuff, protect, life in the sea, many different things. But when I was studying my peace training, I discovered or found the oldest peace treaty existing is 5,500 years old. It's the oldest one, and it has 14 of the 17 sustainable goals on it 5,500 years ago. And as I started doing research, I learned that every peace treaty that has started from 5,000 years ago until now has those same things, but that did not bring peace. So I'm not a believer that all the things that we move forward to create peace will actually create peace. I believe they will sustain peace and help and make a better world. But if we want to make peace, we have to change the story that we've been telling ourselves since the beginning of time. And I'm going to finish up by just sharing with you, think of 100,000 years ago, 1,000,000 years ago, there's somebody, a little group living in some mountains, and they think they're the only people on the earth. And then they meet the people who come from the other side of the mountain. And in those days, the people who were the little small tribe are probably really struggling to survive, to get food, for shelter, to keep themselves warm. They don't understand how the world works. And so they believe that when those neighbors come over the hill, that they will take up the resources and that everybody will die. So since the beginning of time, every single culture has taught that we're running out of resources, that there aren't enough, that we're all going to die if someone else comes and shares our resources, and that the only way we can really make it is to either take over another country or another people and take all their resources to make sure we're going to be safe and make it, or we need to kill everybody else so that they can't take the resources. Well, that all happened 1,000,000 years ago, or 100,000 or 200,000 years ago. And scientists know that at the time that they were making those decisions, there were less than 100,000 people on the entire earth. Today, we have 8 billion people on the earth, and we still haven't all died nor starved to death from lack of resources. That tells me that that story we've been living in for 100,000 years, that there isn't enough for everyone, is not true. It's a lie. It's a lie we've taught our children in every single generation, even to today. So what we need to do, yeah, we have problems. There's not enough for everybody, but the reason there's not enough for everybody is because some people, because of the original story, are hoarding everything. That's why you got people aspiring to be billionaires so they can control and have everything so they don't have to worry that they won't have enough. So we need to start teaching our children that there is enough and that every single person can share and have enough, and that every person that they meet is sacred, not a potential enemy or person who's going to take away from them. So I start earlier. One of my friends here on shared about his practice of every day, starting off recognizing a series of steps to recognize the rest of humanity and his place in it. And my start every day is every single person I meet, before I speak a word, I say in my head, "You are sacred." And then I begin my conversation with them. And I want to tell you that it can have a tremendous impact. Years ago, I was negotiating with Al Qaeda, major leader from Al Qaeda, trying to stop a particular terrorist situation. And I got taken to meet with this leader, and he says to me, all these guys got guns around and everything. He says, "Aren't you afraid?" And I said, "Why should I be afraid? You're sacred, and you are my sacred brother." And that Al Qaeda man started to cry. No one in his life or experience had ever honored him in that way. And we ended up coming to a resolution. So I only have 5 minutes and I've used up my time, but I just want to share with you that if you begin walking through the world with that vision and from that perspective, And if you teach your children that vision and that perspective, just by changing the story that we live in, you can change the future of humanity. The last thing I want to tell you is, because we're all part of the puzzle and we're all equally have the strength and the power of all creation to play our part, we're all taught within most of our stories there's nothing we can do about the world we live in. Now, we're in a whole group of people who are activists who are obviously taking steps to do something. But there's like 8 billion people on the earth, and with the exception, say 100,000 of them, the rest of them think they can't do anything to change how things are. But I am a person who promotes the idea that if you want to make change as a single individual, all you have to do is step forward and do the smallest thing you can do toward the goal of achieving peace or creating beauty and love between all people. And once you take that first step, it will lay the second step and the third and the fourth. And all of a sudden, you'll end up being a guy like me, who's just an ordinary man who is currently bringing 1,300,000 indigenous people together in unity to save the Amazon. And I've done other projects like that in other countries and other places. So each of us have power far beyond what we can believe. And all it requires is stepping forward. So step forward, change the story, recognize the sacredness of every single person you meet, and also recognize that you yourself are sacred and that the steps that you take have far more behind them than anything that you could imagine. So let's see if we can find a way to bring peace to our planet. And when I listen to all of you, my heart just, I don't know, it just flies, because each of you is affecting thousands and thousands of people, and those are affecting thousands of people. And ultimately, you're potentially affecting millions and maybe even billions of people.
Mhm.
So
Thank
I'm
you so
really
much.
honored to be here. And I want to say Andrew, and Rick played key roles in some of the things that I've done and decisions that I've made. So I so honor them. And I want to finish by saying that I'm also here representing Susanna Bastarrica, who was creating the Peace Vigil in New York at Central Park, which I participated in for many years. And then the city eventually stopped it just a couple of years ago, and she couldn't be present today. But I also want to honor her and the amazing work she's done for bringing all of us together. And thank you so much.
Thank you, Patrick. And you know what I want to do is two things. I'm going to go to gallery view, and let's take a minute and all look at each other, because as you said, we are all sacred. We are all divine emanations of the one eternal beloved. So turn on your cameras, people. And as we feel so inspired by Patrick, who's such an extraordinary storyteller and wisdom keeper, let's all take a look at each other and just see the divinity in each individual here. There's God experiencing itself fully as Fanny Starchild. There's the eternal beloved as Rick Ulfick. And whatever, pick your term for that which is all that is, and recognize that everything is experiencing itself fully as George Noble, as Christy Michaels, as Eleanor Joy, as Sylvia, and each and every person that we're seeing. And to learn more about Patrick, definitely we all should really support his foundation, which is the McCullum Foundation. And you can learn all about it by going to his name, patrickmccullum.org. Patrick is spelled the way we all know it, Patrick. And McCullum is MC, another C, OLLUM.org. And thank you for the amazing work you're doing. You know, Patrick, I've had you on the show so many times, whether we're talking about the peace violin or your work in the Amazon, your work with beloved brother Phil. And I can't wait to see the movie they're making about you. Wow. So it's pretty extraordinary. Please give my love to Barbara. And thank you for being with us. And safe trip, safe travels, and may everything go perfectly well on your next adventure down in the Amazon.
Thank you so much. And I'll be reporting at the end of the month.
Yeah, let's have you on this show, on the Awakening World, to give a report, okay?
Okay.
All right. Take care. Well, the hits just keep on coming. We have one amazing person after another. And I'm looking for our next guest. Where are you, Gloria? There she is, waving at me. Thank you. That was helpful.
On the other shoulder. Okay.
And remember to mute everybody. We're hearing somebody in the background here. Oh my gosh. And look at this. So we not only have Gloria, but we have her Parrots for Peace. Now, is this Ms. Merlin or Mr. Baby? They were both present at Ground Zero after 9/11, offering comfort and healing and blessings for peace to those affected by the tragedy. Can you imagine that? And these parents have since been involved in numerous peace initiatives, performing at spiritual and community events all across New York City and beyond. And so they are, well, I guess their person is our friend Gloria Waslin. Welcome, Gloria, and your Parrots for Peace.
Thank you. It's beautiful to see all my friends. Thank you very much. I brought Mr. Baby out to welcome everybody. His children are at home. He's got 3 kids. He and his wife, Miss Merlin, conceived their first child on the shoulders of Pete Seeger. That is named after Pete, Peacenik. And the second child was going to be named Toshi because Ara was named by Pete. Ara means hello in parrot, Pete explained to me. And that way children could learn an interspecies language. So Ara was conceived on Pete's arm, and they sang with him for many, 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 many years, every Saturday in Wappingers Falls at a Peace Corner of 9 and 9D. And they did countless blessings for people. Their blessings are, may there be peace with Mother Earth and with all people, animals, and nature. So I'm going to ask Mr. Baby to participate in this. Oh, and their third child is named Hope. 6 years old. Okay, Annie boy. I love you. Okay, we're going to do meditation, okay? Ready? Okay, ready? Oh, Shante, Shante, Shante. May there be peace with Mother Earth and with all people, animals, and nature. Oh, I love you. Okay, and now, can you do yoga? You can do yoga? Can you do a headstand? Okay, here we go. In this posture, Mr. Baby realizes that in order to get to peace, you need to look at things from another perspective. You need to hear what other people are saying and what they need and come to mutual solutions, right? I love you. And who is our favorite Buddha? There is a type of feeling that all living beings have, even rocks. It may take centuries and centuries, but we have these feelings. Okay, so who's our favorite? Laughing Buddha, because laughter is the best way to make interspecies friends? Yeah? Very good, Mr. Baby. I love you, honey boy. So what Mr. Baby and his family has been involved with since I met Merlin when she was 3 months old. And when I picked her up at a store in New York City called Urban Bird, I got a download. And it was that she was the queen of the rainforest that bilocated into New York, the world city, to speak to people here to save the people in the Amazon rainforest. Never having had a download before, I knew that I had to buy her because she was not a pet for somebody. I was chosen, or I chose myself to be her caretaker. And I promised her I'd give her the best life that I could. She met Mr. Baby when she was a year old and he was 6 months old when she was on vacation to Cape Cod. They had a magnetic interaction and have never left each other's sides at all. So Mr. Baby was named Baby because he was only 6 months old, and the shrubbery store that we stopped in to get some rose bushes hadn't named him yet. They only bought him a few days before, and they just called him Baby Bird. So he said, hello, he's Mr. Baby. And when they got together, they mutually did what Merlin had been doing, which was going to different places in Wall Street, especially, to talk to people, because she was the Amazon rainforest ambassador, and she was the avian that spoke on behalf of wildlife and nature. She was the voice of Mother Nature. And then Mr. Baby became the duo. And when the 9/11 World Trade Center event happened, I got a call that this event happened, and we went right down there. So they became the Parrots for Peace that day, and they stayed for 8 months, almost 9 months, every day, riding around in the FEMA trucks and the little golf carts, cheering people up and doing vigils for peace. That's when we did the May Peace Prevail saying, the motto. I call it a blessing, but it's a motto. And it made a lot of sense to a lot of people who shifted from revenge and war to an idea of standing for world peace. And that's what they do. They basically, hey honey, they basically go to as many places as possible. They're in a movie called Rooted in Peace. They've walked in peace vigils over the Brooklyn Bridge. They've done events saluting the Ground Zero heroes in Long Island and New York. But basically, they had their own vigil at St. Andrews, a couple of blocks away from the center of the event, for a long time. Every Wednesday they did May Peace Prevail on Earth stuff. And we sang with Pete Seeger. He called one day and said, I'd like to meet them. And we wound up moving upstate because we planted some new seeds of peace. We collaborated with some people who wanted to do a world walk for peace in Woodstock, and we wound up being here. So they go to every environmental thing. They've been in Albany for no fracking, and they do a lot of peace events and have a conversation with peace, with a lot of individuals that they meet. So we go everywhere and we do everything: powwows, treaty recognitions, and they're in a lot of communities, a lot of civil rights communities, a lot of women's communities, a lot of wellness communities, a lot of goddess communities. So everybody loves the Parrots for Peace, and they love everybody. So thank you very much.
Wow. Well, thank you so much for what you're doing. And is there any way that we can support you? Is there anything you want for people to know about Parrots for Peace and how we can support you?
Yeah, Parrots for Peace is a 501c3 charitable organization. They have a website. It's called parrotsforpeace.org.
Which I've pulled up. People are looking at it right now while you speak.
And there is a donation button. One of the things that we are doing is taking in parrots who need a home, because many people purchase parrots. They've had their beloved parrot for 30 and 40 years, and they're getting to be older or pass into spirit, and there's nobody who can take them locally. So we've opened our home to several parrots. And essentially, I need to create a sanctuary for them so that they will live their 100-some years and not be separated. The family is, it's important for them to stay in together. And they've been involved with We the World, the 11 Days of Global Unity, Planet Heart, Um, Water Not Weapons. They're a co-founder with Phil Sowers and Pete Seeger with that. And so many different, they have their own Voices for Water, which is about no pollutants in the water, whether it's plastics or hydrofracking fluid or any of that. So we do our part calling for world unity because, as everybody has said, and we know, we are one. Thank you.
Thank you very, very much. What a delight, huh? God bless those parrots. God bless our animal friends.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. Many of you know my doggie. She's sleeping, so I'm not going to wake her up. Jasmine Bear. She's always by my side. Well, we are going to turn it back over for a few minutes to Andrew. And again, a big acknowledgement for everything Andrew's done to make this happen. And here he is. If Rick was the grandfather, Andrew is the papa of this beautiful event. Take it away, Andrew. And the camera's on you, partner.
Hi, everyone. Oh, this has been a real gift to be with all of you today. Wow. I'm still tingling. I just been tingling this whole entire time. I don't, when I was speaking in the beginning, I just wanted to let everybody know that the name of the full Earth Day event, I'm not sure if I mentioned, is the annual World Peace Earth Day celebration. And it's been going on for 17 years. And I'm just again honored to have all of you been so much supportive of the work that you do and the work I'm doing. So I'm going to share a poem, and I'm going to open it up with a quick sound activation. So it's going to be the sound activation leading straight into the poem. The poem is called Dream a Dream Come True. And then I'm going to sing a small snippet of a song which I think you all will love.
I can't.
I'm hearing voices. Is everyone on mute? Okay. Nakele ayo lake ayo sale akayalo mane akayao. I see your light. We are one. Nakeo, nakeo, nakeo. Lakeo, I see your soul. We are one. Dream a dream come true. I dream a dream where my reality is the whiff of my fantasies, where there are no limits, no doubts, full of love and gratitude, to let go of what was and open a new chamber for growth, expansion, and manifestation of my highest intent to share my dreams with the world, where my reality is but a whiff of my fantasies everlasting, where no limits apply and all boundaries are met, with circumstances and compassion. Manifestation of my highest intent is to share my deepest dreams for heaven on earth, materialized where oneness is one for all, and unity in all communities, cross the great divide, connecting all land to see that indeed we are all one, connected to the heart mother, beating as one, to all living creatures and plants, water and land united, humans seeking the path of connection like never before, time to spread our wings with our multidimensional selves, no limits, full throttle ahead. I dream a dream where my reality is the width of my fantasies, where there are no limits, full throttle ahead, ahead like the sky is blue, like night and day and sunshine and moonshine. Shine our lights with the light of the sun and the light of the moon and stars, like the fire in the fireplace. Ignite our fire higher. Our heart chakra is ready to expand and rejoice, to fill our souls with honey, sweeter than any taste you know of, finer than any grain of salt, The minerals and crystals speak to us. The waters of the world need love too. The trees need a hug. The animals and first peoples have been preaching this message for thousands of years, but we were sleeping. The sleeping giants awakened, and time at last for my dreams to come true. I dream a dream, and the time has come now. It is here to let go of what was and be the light of the world. We each share this light, so let us shine on, sweet diamond glory. Shine on, shine on, shine on, shine our light, and be the light, the peace, the way to return home. Still breathing, keeping the dream alive. Welcome home, everyone. We are one. That was called Dream, a Dream Come True, and I'm going to sing a brief song called We Are the Peacemakers of the World. Dejena go Gaia, Gaia. Dejena go Gaia, Gaia. Dejana go. We are the peacemakers, makers of the world. We are the peacemakers, makers of the world. We bring the light to unite, to bring peace on earth. We need to join as one, as one. We are one. We are the world. We are the peace, everyone. Makers, makers of the world. Let's come together, gather. Let's gather now. We are one. I just also want to say one more thing. My name, Andrew Kane, is an acronym spelling reawakened, ending in NND. And we are all reawakening to realize that we are all one. Thank you, Scott, and everyone. We are all peacemakers to change the world and help unify and save this planet.
Thank you, Andrew, for your beautiful devotion to our planet, to our awakening world. All the people here on this show that love you so much. Thank you very much. And we have a wonderful woman who's going to introduce a video that she made. This is grandmother Lolly. Hello, Lolly, you're on camera. And you just need to unmute. And while she's unmuting, I will go ahead and read a little bit about her. How's that sound?
There I am. Okay.
Well, I'll go ahead and read a little bit about you first.
Okay.
Lolly is a singer, songwriter who entertains children with her Flash, Bam, Alakazam program in libraries and schools. She calls it Heart to Heart, which is a program for elder and memory care residents. And she also has Swing to Samba programs for adults. So she works with children, she works with adults, she works with elders, and she brings love to everything she does. And we're going to see a beautiful video that she made, but go ahead and share a few words with us first.
Well, I thank you very much, Scott. And I just want to thank Andrew. Andrew, thank you for inviting me to this wonderful program and to see some folks that I haven't seen in quite a while. And meeting Scott is wonderful, and to see Rick Ulfik after a time. So I just want to mention that Mother Earth Song is a song I wrote. And what Mother Earth is saying to us is she's describing what it is that she's done for us, the gifts that she's given us. But she's also concerned about her future. And so she describes that. And also she offers solutions to the situation that she finds herself in at this moment. So with that, here is Mother Earth song and video.
Great, thank you so much.
I am round, I am green, I am blue. I am Mother Earth to you. I am round, I am green, I am blue. I am Mother Nature too. I am mountain, I am valley, I am rivers running through. I am mighty oak, and oh, the lowly weed. I have given birth to everything that you will ever need. Air that's pure, water too, for you. I am round, I am green, I am blue. I am Mother, suffering too. I am Earth, I am sad, I am blue. I am Mother, struggling too. How I struggle to stay balanced, and I struggle to be free. How I struggle with decisions which are made in spite of me. No more war and no more killing, no more greed. Do you agree? Do you care? Can you care? Please care. I am round, I am green, I am blue. I am Mother, so are you. We are one, you are I, can you see? We're together eternally. Love your neighbor and all strangers, you are they are you. We will heal with every thought and word and deed. All together we can balance nature, change the weather too. Earth is home to you. Love your neighbor and all strangers, you are they are you. We will heal with every thought and word and deed. Every day remember Earth, remember I am you, for I'm your mother too. I am round, I am green, I am blue, and I'm your mother too.
Oh, that was exquisite. I'm going to go to gallery view. Let's all give a lot of twinkle love to Lolly.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Oh my God, what a beautiful, beautiful video. The messages are coming in and people are really
Yeah,
appreciating
it's
Lolly.
amazing. It's you know, I often feel like crying when I sing it live, but I can't cry and sing at the same time. So, you know, I've learned to not do that. But it's the message is really clear,
Yeah.
and it's a message of hope.
Mhm.
Yeah, but she kind of laid out the whole thing. You know, I received the song. So
I'm going to read some of the comments. Fanny, who we love, wrote, beautiful song. I love you too, Lolly, forever. I will dance with you. Missy Galore writes, this was lovely. Andrew points out that you performed the song at many of his celebrations.
I did.
Jody writes, beautiful voice, lovely film. Trisha from Ventura writes, thank you, Lolly, so sweet. And I'm glad you shared the link so I can pass it on again and again. Rick, please mute. We can hear too much noise. Laurel writes, so beautiful. Christy Michaels writes, so beautiful and touching. So just over and over, all the people commenting in such a lovely way.
Thank you so much.
And people have asked how to get the song. Well, you can get the song and a whole lot more by going to lollysings.com. That's spelled L-A-L-I-E sings, lollysings.com. And the song's right there. You click it, takes you to YouTube. You can get the YouTube link that way. You can also learn all about Lolly. What beautiful work you're doing in the world. God bless you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. I so enjoyed spending this time with you, Gloria and Rick and Jody, and people that when I lived in New York and that I met, and then coming to Andrew's wonderful presentations. And my heart is full. Thank you so much.
Oh, it's wonderful to meet you. Thank you very much, Lolly.
Thank you, Scott. Thank you.
So one of our most beloved members of our Global Peace Tribe is, of course, Kristen Hoffman. She's been on this show a lot. She co-hosts about every 2 months with me now a show, and many of you know her. She is on her way to Japan, so she can't be with us in person, but she did suggest that we play probably her favorite video. You know, she's personally very dedicated to the oceans of the world. And so we're going to take a look at her song for the ocean.
Children of the earth, I'm calling out. There's a mission for you and for me. You see, our mother, she has been suffering, and the truth is told beneath the seas. So raise your voices, sing like ocean waves crashing to the shore. This is our song for the ocean. Mother Earth, we are calling your name. We know you're taken for granted, but we stand here committed to change. The voices of children are singing towards tomorrow's horizon they gaze. Oh, this is our song for the ocean. Give us strength. Each and every voice will be counted, as each and every soul has a place, sharing on this beautiful planet. We need awareness, every decision we make. So raise your voices, sing like thunder, strength in harmony. This is our song for the ocean. Mother Earth, we are calling your name. We
We love Kristen Hoffman, don't we? She is just extraordinary. Even though she's not here, I'm going to go to gallery view and just give us all a moment to send her some amazing twinkles and love. And let's all hold the highest vision for Kristen and all of our friends that are traveling to Japan. It's a big trip. Almost Shard did arrive safely. He sent me a text this morning. But Reverend Deb Moldau, I was on a text with her earlier today, on a Zoom with her. Deborah Moldau, Pato and Antoinette, Kristen Hoffman, and all of our friends traveling to Japan. Safe travels for all of them. I also want to direct people to Andrew's website. And Andrew, of course, obviously is doing so much wonderful work in the world. Whoops, here's Lolly. I meant to go to Andrew. Let's try that again. And Andrew, I don't know if there's anything you'd like to share about your website. It's planetheart.org. Planetheart.org. Yeah, what would you like to share about it? Or is there any place you'd like me to direct people to?
Well, there is a link called past events where you can see many of the past broadcasts from the past years of all of our annual War Peace Earth Day celebrations. And of course, the one we're doing today with Scott will be there too. I'll put it there. And basically, I just encourage people to visit this website so you can join. There's a link. Gosh, where's the link? Probably on the homepage. It's not it's on the homepage, not that page, because I have an events of interest right now. But if you go to click home, I believe that if you click that, that's where we were in April, and there's a drop down menu where you can somewhere where you can sign up and join our mailing list. Yeah. So,
okay, great. Maybe down at the bottom. Let's see.
oh gosh. Anywhere, don't worry. You guys just anyway, it's somewhere in the it's somewhere there.
All right. While we're on gallery view, let's all send some big love to Andrew for his
I
extraordinary.
just want to thank Rick Golfick because I've been with him since even the year before he formed We the World, and it's all because of Rick, of who I am and doing these events, because of him being under him as my fiscal sponsor all these years. I couldn't have done it without him and all of the people that supported me, like Jody Sirota, Christine Marie, and everybody here. Even Connie and Andrew who's in the audience, they've been supporting me, and Patricia and Davis and Laurel, everybody here, even Al Leon, who did live streaming Bridge of Truth, he's on in the audience today watching. So yeah, thank you.
Well, thank you very much. We're going to play another video that is from one of his friends. And this is from Earthman. And hopefully you'll be able to hear it. The audio hopefully will play okay. Let's give it a go. It's a tad quiet, so you may want to turn your computers on up a little bit for it.
This is Earthman Lanny Smith celebrating the 11 days of global unity, and I'm excited to be here for Earthman.tv, the activist place to be. Remember, that's TV like television. But I want to acknowledge first that this is part of the Awakening World and Global Peace Tribe with host Scott Canamus, who is hosting this special live broadcast for Planet Heart and the luminaries who are celebrating the 11 Days of Global Unity's 20th anniversary. Well, this particular theme is Earth Day, because every day's got to be Earth Day. And this is the day 3 of the 11 days, which focuses on the environment. So I'm going to do for you a music video called The Earthman Blues with my band, the Planet Earth Project. All right, enjoy it.
And we're having a little trouble opening that video. So what I am going to do is we're going to go to Chief Phil Lane, who has a message and a prayer for us. That'll get our energy going. And while he does that, I'm going to have to find that video from Earthman. Here is our beloved brother, Phil Lane. We all know him well. Again, he's been on Awakening World so many times. And God bless him. We love this man a lot. So here's what Phil had to say.
all the relatives gathered at the World Peace Earth Day celebration, and all those in the unseen world who are with us, closer to our closest Veda One, extend a very warm and loving handshake with great thanksgiving to reawakened poet, Brother Andrew, who has done this every year, taken work off, Brother Rick, and We the World, who've stepped in to support him, and other supporters with great thanksgiving. I'd like to share this brief prayer on this beautiful, beautiful evening, that it may be the best Earth Day evening ever for each and every one of us and all our loved ones. Oten Kashla Wakantaka, Creator of the universe, most beloved one, all powerful one, most kind one, most compassionate one, forgiving one, most gracious one, most all bountiful one, most supreme, kind, and compassionate Creator. We just give thanksgiving on this day for our beloved Mother Earth and her sacred representatives, womankind. We ask, Creator, especially this night, wherever people may be on this Mother Earth, that we might awaken to the understanding. The eagle, the condor, the quetzal, and the hummingbird have two wings, one male, one female, representing the spiritual, sacred, spiritual, and feminine and masculine qualities that each and every one of us hold. That these two wings might truly become balanced with justice, so that humanity can fly its highest in the heavens together as one. For Mitakyepi, as we honor Mother Earth tonight, may we also understand that those sacred, divine, feminine qualities, they're going to be the key, the pathway to peace on earth and the unification of our human family as promised in our sacred prophecies. And Creator, we give thanksgiving to all the tribes and nations, to the west from where comes thunder, lightning, and rain, to the north from where comes the purifying north winds, to the east from where comes the red sunrise, the south from where comes new life. And of course, again, to all the sacred divine qualities that we term masculine and feminine. May we really understand that each one of us is born as sovereignty, ancient, imperishable, and everlasting. And that together, in unity, we will fully manifest the sacred prophecies and understand that every day is Earth Day. Oh my God, unite the hearts of thy servants and reveal unto them thy great purpose. May they follow in thy commandments and abide in thy law. Help them, O God, in their endeavor, and grant them strength to serve thee. O God, leave them not to themselves, but guide their steps with a light of knowledge, and cheer their hearts with thy love. Verily, thou art their helper and their Lord. Haoli michante washte alo, shunk mono hemeado, chinupasaba meado, haoli michante washte. My names are Shunkmano and Shinupasapa, and I stand fully responsible before the Creator for all my words and my actions. Haoli Chante Washte. Have a most beautiful, beautiful evening. How.
We love Chief Phil very much. I think what we're going to do is I'm going to bring Andrew back up, and we'll do any kind of closing thoughts and closing remarks. And then as people are leaving, I'll play the Earthman video, which is kind of a fun way for us to take off. So Andrew, any final thoughts? We're almost at 3 hours, and we've been going at it for 3 hours and 40 minutes since we started the sound checks. And by the way, the camera's on you, Andrew. So are there any final thoughts you'd like to share?
I'll make it brief. May peace prevail on earth. I think I would love all of us to say it together, and everybody who's listening, Let's
Okay.
say it 3 times. May peace
Peace prevail
on
on
earth.
earth.
May peace
Peace
prevail
prevail
on earth.
on earth.
May peace
Peace
prevail
prevail
on earth.
on
Thank
earth.
you all for being here.
May peace prevail on earth. Thank you.
Thank you. Absolutely. Thank you, Andrew, for pulling all of this together. And I want to remind people, if you haven't already, please join the Global Peace Tribe. Now is a wonderful time to do it. We are just starting a new season. And so if you join, now you're going to get the Zoom room links to all of our shows from now until the end of the year. And we do a show every Wednesday night and a show every Saturday night. And then lots of extra shows. We did a concert last night with Reya Manna. Of course, we're doing this show with Andrew today. So it usually works out to about 3 shows per week with all the amazing luminaries that you've heard us talk about. So please join us. I'm going to put the into the chat box the link where you can join us. And you can join at several different levels. This is important. It's how we can continue. And so please do join us. And we also are going to be having a retreat for any of you who are interested. We're going to have a powerful retreat November 7th to the 11th in Sedona, Arizona. And many of you know Larissa Stowe. She and her husband have created a beautiful new retreat center. And we are going to be doing the very first retreat there. And it's just outside of Sedona. It's in a place called Cornville. And so if any of you are interested in learning more about that, definitely it's going to be fun. We're going to have a lot of our favorite celebrities and presenters there, and it's going to be quite magical. And you can definitely learn more about it by joining the Global Peace Tribe. And again, here's just kind of our poster. And these are some of the regular co-hosts: Eden Amadora, the Twin Ray, Kristen Hoffman, Larissa Stowe, Chief Phil, Deborah Giusti, Alan Steinfeld, Tangela. Tangela is my co-host this Saturday night. We're doing another show with her. And of course, probably most of all, Omar Shar, our beloved house musical artist who provides music for every one of our shows. So please do support us by registering, joining the Global Peace Tribe. It's a perfect time to do that. And we'll close with that song from Earthman, but I'm going to bring Rick and Andrew and Grandmother Lolly and Jody Sirota and Patrick McCullum and Missy Galore. No, Missy, got to turn your camera on for me to bring you on. There she is. Just bring on some of the wonderful people. Patricia Ann Davis. I've got room for one more person. Laurel. There we go. So here are the people that have been with us all day long. By the way, Andrew, you are on camera, so you might want to look and smile at your wonderful audience. Thank you, everybody, for your amazing contributions.
Thank you, Scott.
You know what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a class photo. So everybody look and smile for the class photo. There we go. What a fantastic group of beautiful, bright luminaries. And of course, the brightest is you, the gallery view. So now I'm going to gallery view where we can see all of you, Fanny and Andrew and Trisha and Sylvia and Christy and so many other friends that are with us. So thank you, everybody, for being with us. And to kind of close this out, we're going to play this really fun video from Earthman. Let's take a look.
Hey, hello, everybody. This is the Earthman Bluesman here with the Planet Earth Project. And we all got the blues living on planet Earth. But we gonna tell you about it right now. I am an Earthman, and I've got the blues. Earthman's got the blues. Too many people in this ecosystem are making the night bad news. So lock all the car doors, pull down those shades. We're gonna have to change our ways. Sitting in traffic, ooh, out on I-95. Bumba. Are you feeling like a bee in a big beehive? But in 20 years, we'll be millions more. We better think about what's in store. From the dirty streets of LA to the Biltong Everglades, we're gonna have to make a choice before it's too late. We've got to choose, so we're telling everybody our Earthman's got the blues. Oh yeah, tell 'em about it now. From the overcrowded cities to the global climate change, we're gonna have to make a choice before it's too late. Yeah, we've got to choose, or we're gonna lose. So we're telling everybody our Earthman's got the blues. In Nashville, Miami, and in a hotel near you, we're telling everybody Earthman's got the blues.
How's that for a way to close the show out? Take care, everybody. Hope to see you on Saturday night on The Awakening World. Thank you again, Andrew and Rick, Missy, and everybody who presented. And may peace begin with each and every one of us. See you soon, and take care, everybody.
Thanks, everybody. Bye-bye. Thank you. Bye.